All right, so the last notes of the year, note 17.6, we're going to talk about more special segments. This is exactly what we did in 17.5. We're just going to kind of practice it today. So let's look at example 1 first. We've got two chords intersecting inside the circle. We know from yesterday we can multiply the pieces of each segment or chord. We can set them equal to each other and solve. So I'm going to look at this line first. Let me do that in another color. Its pieces are 2x and 3x, so I'm going to multiply those together. And that should equal, on this line, 18 times 3. So 2 times 3 is 6. X times x will give me x squared. So 6x squared equals 18 times 3, which was 54. Next thing you can do is divide both sides by 6. You get x squared equals 9. Now, x actually equals plus or minus 3 because negative 3 times negative 3 is also positive 9, but we don't care about negatives. That makes our answer 3. Let's look at number 2. And this is the other thing we learned yesterday. We've got two secants intersecting outside of the circle. So what we need to do is we need to take the whole length of the secant, which in this case is x plus 3, and then multiply it by the outside piece, which in this case is 3. Then we need to set it equal to the same thing on the other side. This time, though, they gave us the numbers. 9 plus 4 would be 13, the whole thing, times the outside piece, which is 4. So now we can distribute and we can solve. I've got 3x plus 9 equals 52. I'm going to subtract 9 from both sides and get x, or 3x equals 43. We're going to get a decimal here and we divide, but 43 divided by 3 is about 14.3. So just remember those rules. And here's the last thing we did yesterday. Now we have a tangent and a secant. So what we're going to do is take the tangent's length and square it. And we're going to do the same thing we did on the other one to the other side. We're going to find the whole thing, which is x plus 6. And we're going to multiply it by the outside piece, which is 6. So we can solve this one pretty easy. 10 squared would be 100. I distribute, I get 6x plus 36. I'm going to subtract 36 from both sides. I get 64 equals 6x. Then, of course, we divide by 6. And you're going to get another decimal. It's about 10.7. So no different than what we did yesterday. Let's look at the last two. Let's see, example 4. It looks a lot like number 1. Let's go ahead and finish this one. I think that's no problem. Let's look at this line first. Part of it is 2. The other part is 6x. So how about 2 times 6x equals, we've got 4 on one side, 36 on the other. So how about 4 times 36? Let's see, 2 times 6x will give me 12x. And that's going to equal 144. And when I divide both sides by 12, I get x equals 12. So pretty easy stuff. And then the last one, and this is the part that people are having trouble on. Remember, the whole thing here is x plus 10. And the whole thing on the other side is 16. So be careful and keep those straight. So I need the whole thing, which is x plus 10, times its outside 10. And that equals the whole thing 16 times its outside of 8. Now I can finish this up. Got 10x plus 100 equals 128. I can subtract 100 from both sides and I get 10x equals 28. Then I can divide by 10 and you get another decimal, 2.8. So guys, if you have any questions, just let me know and good luck.